Boom! Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Morning mindset. Ooh, that camera's a little wonky donkey. Let's see how that is. Welcome to the December 21st edition. So this would be Christmas Eve, right? Christmas Eve. Welcome. Here's what I need from you. I need your 5 things. What are 5 things you are going to accomplish today? I also need to know where you're at. Where are you at currently? What's the weather in your area and what's in your cup? Now, it is 8:34 in the a.m. Run a little behind because there was rush jobs that were printing off. And there was 5 rush jobs that came in, overnight shipping. So I wanted to get that stuff out of the way first this morning. It was in here, 5:30. So got those ready to go so those can go out because we are due for a snowstorm. And not so much snow. We're going to get like 3 to 6 inches. That's what she said. But it is the wind. We're going to have some crazy wind, 40 to 60 mile an hour. So that starts here shortly, and it's going to be a rough few days. So I wanted to make sure I got in here now. Now, as far as what's in my cup, we're on monster number 2 so far this morning. So that's always an amazing thing. Monster number 2 gets us started. Now, what are our 5 things to do? Well, we've got DTF transfers to print. So rush jobs are done, and then I can get into normal production. So there's a plus. I've got a cut HTV. So that is getting set up right there. So cut HTV. What did I say? Cut HTV. I've got printed glitter HTV. That's going in the other room. So that's printing. Actually, it should be done printing and cutting right now. So when I'm done with here, I'll go check that out. Then I've got to order up some supplies because, hey, Wednesday, I'm double checking to make sure we're good on everything because I know it's going to be a short week this week, short week next week. So make sure we're in that. I've got invoicing and quotes to do. So we'll be doing that. So I've got some invoices that have already went out. I've got quotes. Curtis is here. If Curtis is here, I'll check in with Curtis. I've got your quote ready. I'll be sending that to you shortly. So let's check in with everybody and see how they're doing. Darren, good morning to you, my friend. Renee, I've already chatted with briefly. I made her laugh, and that's always a good way to start the day. So she said, happy Wednesday from 14-degree Chicagoland. Looks like we're in store for less of a storm than previously predicted. Water in the cup. Yeah, for us, they said it's going to be hard to measure the snow because the amount of wind that we're going to get. I think the snow is supposed to be done by tomorrow afternoon, but the wind is going to be ridiculous. We're talking about wind chills in the negative 30s to 40 range. So it is going to be an amazing next few days. Perfect time for holiday travel for those that are doing it. So be safe, plan accordingly. If you're going to be traveling in your car, make sure you have blankets, make sure you have, cell phone charge, make sure you have all that. In fact, here's how prepared I am for the storm. Just in case it's coming, I brought shoes. So I brought shoes because, I haven't been in a shop in 2 years, right? And even then, if it was snowing, I wasn't going in the shop. So my little footsies, which are still currently in flippy floppies, do not like the snow and the slush and that. So I did bring shoes. That's how prepared I am being. So we got that going for us there. What's up, Chuck? Good morning to you. 57. Man, why does this chair seems low? Everything seems out of whack today. But 57 cloudy this morning in Central Florida. Chuck, you're in for some cold down there too, right? Darren's 5 things. Maybe not 5 things. Go to the Cairo. Cairo. That sounds crackalicious. What else do we got here? Let's see. Because I've got this now behind this thing, so I'm going to look over here because I can probably see it better. Go to the Cairo. Build a hat rack. Ooh, are you talking about a display rack for hats? Is that what you're talking about there? Go over and paint a basement. That looks fun. Does the water get in the basement? You got to use that Kills. What is it? Kills? Kilns. It starts with a K. One of that first for a sealer. Laser a cup instead of cups. Nice. And double blade a couple tumblers. Good job, Darren. And go to Sam's. Godspeed, my friend. Good luck with that. I got to get over to Sam's. I think I got to get over to Sam's because I don't know if Corey did or not. I got to look into that so we can get prime rib for next weekend because we're doing 2 Christmases. We'll have our family Christmas. We go to my mom's house on Christmas Eve. So we've got a couple hours there. And then Christmas Day, we'll spend with the kiddos, and that's the littles. So we'll have, just be Hattie Hudson, myself, Corey, and Krista there this year. And then we'll do Christmas next weekend on New Year's Day with the fam. So, the older kids, their girlfriends, fiancés, significant others, whatever, we'll have them over. And we can go prime rib, ham, do all that for New Year's Day and have a fun time with that. So I still got a little time to shop, which I should probably start because I haven't done it. Chuck says they're looking at a hard freeze this weekend, predicting 26 Christmas morning. Woo! That's a little chilly for down there. Kelly, good morning to you. 39 and foggy out there in Cali. Coffee in the cup, very nice. And Renee told me my mic sounds clear, so that's awesome. Her 5 things: engraved pens. Woo! I went down the rabbit hole of fiber lasers last night, and just bringing one in from China for what was it, like $3,500 or something. Pew pew pew, and I don't know, but I did find another one that was like $1,500, a Koala brand one, and I was like, "Ooh, that could be fun for Tuesday with Todd." Well, we'll see. I mean, I've already got a laser I don't use, so I might as well get another one, right? Great gift tags for cups. Pre-op doctor appointment for Ella. Yeah, Ella's hip this time, right? No, the same other hip, right? Is that what it is? Baked cookies and prep individual Wellingtons. Fun fact: as much as I always loved watching people make those, and that's the staple on Hell's Kitchen, I have yet to ever have one, but maybe I should. What was I going to? There was something I was going to go with that. Oh, baking. So for us this week, Friday is a half day here in the office, and the way the weather's holding up, it may not be a day at all because we're not doing any same day printing and shipping. So I might just stay late for stuff if it's tomorrow night, but I think Friday is going to be our baking day because Christmassy. This Christmas just snuck up on us. We have not done anything. I haven't made my chocolate cheese yet, so I'm going to do that on Friday. I think Corey got everything at the store last night so that they can just bake all day on Friday. At least that's the plan. We'll see how that plays out. But yeah, that's Friday will be our bake day because we got to bake something. Otherwise, Santa's not going to leave any presents, right? That's going to be that'd be a tragedy. So we got to do that. We do got to get family gifts going. So that's something else to add to my list today that I just thought about. Probably get to making our family gifts. And Kelly's got laser engraving, invoicing, get hotel booked for IS. Woo! 4 sublimation, 5 HTV jobs. Love that. So we will be in Long Beach. We'll be there. I think we're coming in 2 days early, and we're actually going to be down in San Diego. So we're going to go down there, visit Crystal Ninja Studio, help out if there's anything that we can help out with there. We can do a little sightseeing. I still want to hit either Samburgers or Not Tacos. That's Cooking with Sam, Sam the Cooking Guy on YouTube. He's got like 5 million subscribers or whatever, but he's got restaurants in San Diego, and I wouldn't mind going there and checking that out. So we'll do that. Then we're flying out on Sunday, I believe. Yeah, Sunday we're flying out because then Corey leaves on Tuesday. So that's what we figured. If we fly back on Sunday, that gives her a day to prepare. And I think they're going to drive up to Chicago on Monday night. But then she's off to Punta Canas. But we are looking at the different classes. I know the class that Davis and Marshall are teaching for DTF. I'm really interested in that. Davis from B Graphics, transformed the way they did their business. They're a screen printing shop, and now they are a 100% DTF shop. So they don't pull any squeegees anymore. They're doing everything digitally with that. Now they might have other transfers and stuff in there. I'm hoping to get a little more information. But on their stuff, I mean, he's running over 700 stores, he said last night. They've got 700 stores, and the process and everything behind it looks just fantabulous. And now that, on our commercial side of it, that's 2023 goal. 2022 we got comfortable with it. We did push it some, but we didn't push it a whole lot because, I was still scared. To do it. But we're actively seeking bringing in another printer. So with that, if something goes down, we'll be able to print in-house instead of relying on somebody else. So fitting that to the mix will allow us to build our brand faster, bigger, better. And the way he's done it looks fantabulous. But they've got a class that they're putting together on his journey with that. So I'm really looking forward to that. So that's one for sure we're signed up for. And then there's a few other ones that we're signed that we're debating between. I told Corey, hey, You go to a class, I can go to a class, and then we can collaborate. There's no sense in both of us going to the same class because it's $75 a class. Like there's 150 here. Well, if I take this class and you take that class, now we spent the same amount, but we've got twice the knowledge. So we'll be going through that. I do believe all class prices go up on the 6th of January. So you want to make sure that you have everything signed up by then because those prices will increase. But I'm really looking forward to it. It'll be perfect because by that time, we'll be coming out of the. Was probably still being a deep freeze here, but last year it was gorgeous out there, absolutely gorgeous. I can 100% see why people wake up pissed off every morning in Southern California because it's 60 and gorgeous. It was amazing. So we'll look forward to that. This must be Gustav, right? Hi from Sweden. Coffee in the cup. Still working on stuff from the weekend events and orders. Good job for you, buddy. Wow, right? Shoes. You didn't even do that in Denver. Well, because we're going to be here. Here, I'll be fine. But if I've got to go outside and shovel part of a sidewalk or anything, I don't want to be in it. I'm just being. Will I put them on? Probably not. But are they here in case I need them? Absolutely. Same here on the weather, but a day behind. 2 to 6 inches. That's what you said. With gusts of over 60 mile an hour in air temps, not wind chills in the negative teens. Yeah, it is going to be ridiculous here. Just straight ridiculous. Gary, good morning to you. Yep, other hip this year. I want a fiber. Haven't been down the rabbit hole in a while. Tomorrow is lemon ricotta cake, candied lemon peel, and pumpkin cheesecake with ginger snap crust. Holy macaroni! That sounds great. Renee, check out Darren over at Time to Make Something on YouTube. He, in fact, just put up a video last night, maybe this morning, on his laser setup because he's got a CO2 and then he's got the fiber and he's got a diode. So I think he's got three of the fibers, 2 COs and 1 diode. But he had some good information in there, and I like how his setup is. He does a buttload of pens, and he has one just dedicated to doing pens. So at that cost, I think he's said that one all in was like $5,000. You get something set up for just one particular object, and you're golden on it. Gary, have 5 separate 40 to 60 units to run through. Awesome. Thankful my student I hired in the summer is back home for Christmas break. Love that, right? When you're able to get that help in here. So I make a list every morning. Actually, I start the list the day before I leave. I kind of go through, okay, what needs to get done tomorrow, where it is. Try and somewhat organize my desk. So that way when I come in the morning, I reorganize, go through stuff, make sure that I got stuff invoiced out, make sure I got quotes out, toss what I don't need. Then I start on my list for the day. Here's stuff that I need. Then what I do is from that list, I make a list for Corey. Here's stuff that I know that I need. Here's questions that I have. Here's everything there. So then I can just leave that on her desk. So when she comes in, she's able to go through that, get me any of the information that I need, answer any of my questions, can take care of anything on that list. But having that extra set of hands really, really, really helps. Mandy, good morning to you. Renee, thanks. I'll check it out. I think I've spent some time on his channel before. Yeah. He's got a lot of good videos over there. It's production. He started in his garage and now, outgrew that. And he said, the ups and downs of it. Listen, anybody that comes on here and tells you, this is amazing. I bought this. And next thing you know, everything was awesome. Listen, there's some ups and downs in this business. There's times that you just want to call it quits and be done with it, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. I think every business owner has experienced that at least once. I know I have recently where I said, I'm just done with this. And when you have a bad day where you might have some complaints from some customers, some misprints, things don't show up. It just seems like one thing just keeps piling on top of another. And you start to wonder, what? Screw this. I'm just going to go work for somebody else. Just go, I work, I come home. That's it. Collect a check and be on there. Could I do that? No, I couldn't do that. I've done that before, and I just felt unfulfilled because I had no control over what I could do or not do, right? It was just, you're just working. Whereas with this, I know, hey, if I want to make more, I need to do more. If I want to make less, I need to do less. if I'm not seeing the results that I think I should be seeing, that's 100% my fault. And when we look back at some of the goals that we set for this year, we have done well on our sales goals and our profit goals, and so we'll definitely increase those for next year. But there's a lot of stuff that I didn't do this year, and I let fall off. So the only person I have to blame is myself. We did not get the produced videos, nowhere near those. Want to know why? Because I didn't do it. I didn't take the time to it. I was making excuses, and so that's a goal for next year. One of them being White Toner Wednesday. That's probably going to start February when we get back from ISS. Not sure, or Impressions Expo. Sorry, I'm not sure if it'll start before then. But with the White Toner, there's so much more that it can do than just shirts. And so it's hard with Tuesday with Todd. We can show a project, but when there's 40 things going on, you try and push it in and out. It gets to be a little cumbersome. So when Tuesday with Todd comes back, we'll definitely be doing a bunch of mixed media stuff. Rhinestones, HTV, DTF transfers, sublimation, White Toner, laser. We'll get into all of the different parts. We'll make fun projects. We'll talk about different things. You guys will help develop that show. White Toner Wednesday is going to be produced videos that are going to drop on Wednesday, showing what you can do with White Toner transfers, how to put it on it. Now, I don't necessarily know if I need to show the software side of things. I guess I could for those people that are doing it, but I'm still learning that and getting more information on it. But a lot of it is on the design side. You're taking a PNG, okay, which paper am I using? You're plugging that in, that's it. So there's not a whole lot there. But a lot comes on the pressing side of things, your time, your pressure, your temperature, and your pressure, making sure that everything is good on that. And a lot of testing. So we can show that, because you can use, like, the CPM paper can be used on a multitude of things, but it can't be used on raw wood. That's what we know. We tested to find out. That's what the RST paper is specifically for, is raw wood. And it turns out beautiful on that. But like the CPM, you can use that on glass, metal, ceramics. There's so much that you can use it on. So it'd be hard just to say, oh, we can just show this, and then add in temporary tattoos, add in water slides. Those two things, we can show that. Corey's doing cups. I can show how to do, the temporary tattoos on the cups, how to use the water slides on cups. There's a lot that we can show off and do with that. So that's where White Toner Wednesday is going to go next year. Tuesday with Todd is still going to be there. We're still going to have our bundle drops. We're still going to do this. So we're really looking to hit big on it. I didn't hit very many of the goals that I had set for the YouTube side of things, the social media sides of things. I kind of dropped some balls on things. We weren't doing our members, our welcome members. We weren't doing email blasts. We were doing a lot of stuff going into this fourth quarter. And I could see, and that's where that needs to change. So we're getting that marketing schedule in place. We're trying our best to take 100% responsibility of why we are not where we're at. It's nobody else's fault but mine. As far as business-wise, we're going to change some things up. Fat Dad is going to become more of the print side of things. Currently we offer retail and wholesale side. We do finished products. We do a lot of that. We open stores for people. We do that. But, it's tough when we also do this side of it too. So in 2023, we'll be making the switch where everything on the retail side of it is going to go to the level up side. And Corey is going to take care of managing that, but we'll still take care of the print side of everything. So we'll be able to split those two identities, run them two separate ways, and then make it a lot more efficient and easier for people to get into. We will be offering wide format sublimation. I talked to George yesterday. He's come in. We looked at where we could put his press at, because he's got a 31 by 41, 31 by 47, something like that press. So baby blankets, all over shirts up to size 2X, I believe is what he said. So we're going to show that process more, and we're going to be able to offer those to you at great prices, so that way you're able to turn around and make some, add a little change in your pocket. Embroidery side, we're going to do that same thing. We're going to run it all through Level Up. So we're looking for some big stuff to happen in 23, and you guys are going to be along for the ride for it. Maybe I totally want to learn more about White Toner. So that's super exciting. Me too. We're going to learn as we go, because a lot of it on artwork side of it, PNG what we need, because then we can add white to it. We show how to press it on different stuff, the different projects that you can make with it. A lot of it is going to come down to ganging up on stuff. When you order one sheet, it's not really cost effective, right? You order one sheet of transfers, okay, this. But if you're able to gang up a bunch of different images, now you're able to do it. We worked with somebody where they did ornaments, and so what they would do is they figured out how many ornaments that they could fit on a sheet. Every 4 or 5 days, they would send in the order. So they would order, 5, 6 sheets. There was 12 images on a sheet. So they were getting, 60 pieces done for those. And it made a lot of sense that way. Temporary tattoos were the same way, where they ordered them by the sheet. And so we're really looking forward to pushing that next year. Juan, the only one, finish an online order, invoice, deliver order, love it. Mail proceeds from an online store fundraiser, love that. Screen print, buy my wife her Christmas gift. Yeah, I asked Corey what she wanted, and yesterday I said, you know what, we just need to have our own Amazon wish list. So when we see stuff that we want, but we're like, I'm not going to buy it for myself, it's on there. So we know what the other one wants, and we can put it in there. But I look at her, I'm like, listen, you travel whenever you want. Merry Christmas. What do you want next? I think I should probably get, mani-pedi, massage, float, some kind of self-care stuff that's just her. That way she can't use it on anybody else. It's just for her. Chuck, we'll be back to live 5 days a week, because currently, we have, up until this fourth quarter when things got a little ridiculous, we do morning mindset Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning. So we do this show, which if you like it, make sure to like and subscribe. Put it in there, ring that bell, so that way when we go live, you're notified of it. But morning mindset Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Tuesday with Todd, Tuesday night, and we had our bundle drops on Thursday, so we're already 5 days live. So we're going to continue that tradition on there. Do I have a ball press? Absolutely, I have a ball press. You know what it is? A regular heat press, because you just hold it up to it. I think Stalls is actually going to discontinue the ball press, if I remember right. I think they're going to be discontinuing it soon. But we just hold the ball up to the bottom of the press, so we're able to do that. Is there a ball press? Yep. Can you get it? Yep. Do you need to? Not necessarily. You can use a heat press for it. So exciting. Can't wait to see all the new stuff. It should be pretty fun, but that's where you guys are going to come along, right? You guys are going to tell us what works, what doesn't work, what you want to see. And we know stuff changes through the season. We're done with Christmas stuff, right? Not everybody's done with Christmas stuff, because there's Christmas stuff on here that people ordered. They're paying the rush fees on it. They're overnighting it so that they can have it tomorrow. But we're pretty much done with Christmas. What does January bring? Start getting ready for Valentine's Day. Start getting ready for Mardi Gras, Black History Month. There's already things that you should be planning for. But that's the thing, when we're doing stuff once a week, it's hard. Like, here's the project. Okay, well, now we're already in this. Like, if we look at it right now, going into February, we know our first bundle drop is going to be a firefighter bundle. Then the next drop is going to be Mardi Gras. And then the next drop is going to be Valentine's Day. And then the fourth drop is going to be Black History Month. So it's already planned out. So we're going to line that up for the next year. So we know, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to start up the subscription service, so that way you can get some of those in advance. But there's just so much to do. You can't show it all. So we can get into the more produced video content, and I just take one day. All right, one day, we're just going to film videos, for 8 hours. That's what we're going to do. We'll print in the morning, rush jobs only. Everything else will go next day, then do video content. Because once we get through this week, then me and Corey talked yesterday, about going ahead and starting to build out on the studio next door, getting that in order, so we can see how that is, get some of this stuff moved over there, because it'll be a lot easier. And then just start filming. Jose, good morning to you. We do that, but I buy what I want when I want, so I make it really hard on my hubby. Yeah, and that's what I tell Corey. I'm like, we just buy what you want, right? I want something, just buy it. Hey, what? I don't know what I'm gonna get for Christmas. I said, when we were going through different stuff, I'm like, I could totally use a sausage stuffer. Make your comments right now, but I wouldn't mind getting that. I need a deli slicer. I wanted. This year, I looked at my cooking schedule, and I cooked, a lot less outdoors than I had in previous years, which made my heart hurt, because that's my thing to do. And I just didn't make the time for it. I said, yeah, let's just throw something on. Let's do this here. My smoking side went way down. I know I very rarely did long smokes on stuff because it just didn't. And that was my go-to time to relax, have some beers, chill out. But we had other stuff going on. I need to get back to this year. Back to me. Rachel, good morning to you. You're welcome, Facebook user. F you, Facebook user. StreamYard and Facebook don't always play nice together. So when that happens, we cannot able to see who you are. But if you head to fatdadlive.com, that gets you over to our YouTube channel. While you're there, hit the like, subscribe button, and then you'll be notified of when we are going live and be able to see you. All right, rest of this week, we will be doing Morning Mindset on Friday. So we will do that. That's the Christmas Eve show. Remember, we are half day on Friday. There will be no show on Monday because we are taking that day off for Christmas. So half day on Friday. And then Maury will not be here Monday. We'll be back at the office on Tuesday. Website will show all that stuff. So no orders or anything through there. Yeah, I miss the cooking videos. Me too. I miss all the fun stuff. And my biggest thing is I have my phone in my hand all the time. And I just stopped videoing stuff. I just wasn't thinking about it. And I need to get back in that habit of it. What really happened, what really hurt for me was Buffer quit updating the way that it needed to because I could just upload everything there. So I'm looking at a new service that I can do, upload stuff to it, and just put it out. But yeah, I totally missed that. Like, look at our YouTube shorts and our regular videos. We haven't put anything out for a while, and it's 100% my fault. Yes, you can, but they are no bueno. I mean, they work, but a standalone sausage stuffer makes things a lot easier. When you get like a 3-liter one, that'll hold like 5 pounds at the same time, and they can just run it through there. It just makes it a lot easier to crank. It makes it a lot easier to crank and do your sausage. I mean, God, put in your dirty comments there, dirty folks. But there's a lot more that I want to do next year. This is going to be the beginning. So we're closing out 2022 on high notes. We had a great year, and we know that it's only going to get better next year. We're going to push more things. We're going to ask for the sale a lot more because that's the big thing is you got to ask for the sale. We're going to turn down a lot more customers. There's a handful of people this month that just sent in really crappy artwork, uploaded stuff. Stuff was mirrored. We went ahead and printed it. We're like, oh, it wasn't supposed to be this way. Oh, well, why does it look like this? Oh, I'm like, well, because your artwork was garbage. You sent it, at this size. We printed it at this size. What more did you want? And so after a few emails, I was like, listen, we're just, I don't know if we're a right fit for each other. Let's just do a refund and be done with it. And I'm totally fine with that. It is such the time suck. And I will be 100%, crystal transparent with everybody. There's times that we screw up. Shocker, right? We sent out some overnight to somebody. Just 2 things ended up with 2 different labels on it. Total F up. Things happen. But when we do, reprint, ship out. Overnight again. There's things if you need really fine white in any of your DTF prints, let us know when you make those orders. Because with the choke setting on it, and this is what I'm hoping to learn more in Long Beach, the choke setting on it, sometimes you take away that white. If we turn the choke settings off, sometimes you get the white to bleed outside the artwork. There's that happy medium. So if there's white that has it in it, we need to know. We caught that, and somebody caught it when they got it. I'm like, yep, here's how we fix it. So I went ahead and do that. So, there's orders that we've had to reprint, reship out because of issues on our end. Now, there's other times when customers send an order and it's garbage artwork. Like, it is garbage. And we try and tell them, they're like, that's what I have. Okay. And then they get it and they're like, this looks like garbage. And I screen cap the email and sent to them like, I know. This is what I sent you. Told you what we needed. That's it. At the end of that, I'm like, okay, they're done. If you're not going to send in the right artwork, we're not going to go ahead and take care of it for you. The other thing too is non-payment. Listen, we send out invoices and stuff. I had somebody ask, hey, why haven't I got my transfers yet? I'm like, my reply was, why haven't I got my payment yet? Hey, okay, we're going to go ahead and we're sending out invoices, like the stuff that came through earlier. We went ahead and sent out invoices. People had already paid. Perfect. It goes in the print queue. We'll get them out. That's what these are. There's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 orders here that are rush orders that they haven't made a payment on. They're not going to print until somebody makes a payment on it. Because why am I wasting my time, my supplies, everything with that, and then I'm not going to get paid? So especially on rush orders, we send out invoices. You go ahead and pay those. We'll get it back to you. There's people that, before we were going against our better judgment and helping people out and say, yep, here, they paid for their order and they're like, hey, can we get a rush on that? Yeah, we'll send out an invoice for it. And they got their order and we're still sitting on the rush fee. I bet there's close to maybe about $1,000 out there in unpaid invoices that people have the work for. They have the transfers for it. They've gone ahead and used them. They've sold them. They've done that, and then we're still owed on it. But what do? Well, we just don't print anything until we get paid for it. So now it's just one of those things. Sorry, not sorry, right? Let's see. You popped up in a very weird conversation. So you got to get here at the beginning. That's why you got to get here in the beginning for it. Right. You don't get anything you don't ask for. And that's what we're going to do more. And we're going to ask you, hey, why aren't you buying DHF transfer from me? Oh, you're too expensive. Oh, no, you're too cheap. So somebody said, well, you can get them cheaper somewhere else. I'm like, that's cool. Hey, that doesn't bother me. If you can get something cheaper somewhere else and you want to do that, go for it. But at the same time, don't expect when you have issues in general with stuff that you can send me a message and be like, hey, can you help with this? Hey, listen, I'm not your transfer person. I'm not, you don't use me for stuff because you want cheap. And now you're coming to me for questions on stuff. That's not gonna work for me because I'm a pretty understandable guy. I can work with you on stuff, and I will take care of our mistakes. We'll take care of you. But if you're not making any purchases from me, but constantly wanting, you're asking. Like I said, you don't know until you ask. Well, hey, I don't know. Google it, look it up. Now, when you're spending, even if you're spending $10 a month with us, you're still a customer, and we're still going to treat you the same as if you're spending $5,000 a month with us or $10,000 a month with us. We're still going to be there for you. We're still going to help you out. That's what we do. We love to be able to help other businesses. But if you're not making any purchases from us, listen, we're not here to help you out. Especially if you're not, in it to help other people. If you're not answering other people's questions and doing that, and you're always wanting and never giving. Yeah, so that's going to be some stuff that's going to change next year too. Yeah, I get that all the time. It's such a time suck. It is. And that's the thing that we can't get back, right? We can't buy time back. We all have the same amount of time in a day. So how do we allocate our resources accordingly? Well, I'm going to allocate the ones that are paying, the ones that are asking the right questions, the ones that are doing the footwork. If you're not doing it, I'm not doing it. I'm not even look at the files they pay. Now, here's the thing is I'll set up the files because they've already paid for it, right? So they've already paid it. It'll go in the normal print queue for it, but it's not going in the rush one until they pay. Or if it'll go into print and say, okay, yep, I'm going to go ahead and print it out today. Like I have this here, they want to rush on it, we're going to do it. Just doesn't ship. Just doesn't ship until you pay for it, right? We'll get it in there and that's it. You got to pay to get it out there. Good morning to you. Yeah, there are shady people. And that's the nature of it. I think everybody, if you've been in this business long enough, you've always been, you'll be burnt by somebody who's ordered something. A lot of times it's somebody yeah, I'm good for it. And then, they just ghost you on stuff. Or they make an order for stuff and you do it. And then, after you've done it, they're like, oh, well, I got them done over here. Sorry, I don't need them anymore. And that's where it really hurts people at is when you take those jobs on, you do it, you don't get paid, and then they don't ever want it for it. Becky, I up my late fee to 50%. I try to be lenient with a few. Try to be lenient with a few of the organizations, but I'm tired of sitting on invoices. You have to be, right? Like, when did we become the bank for businesses? But they all have credit cards, right? Like, they order stuff on Amazon, right? They send their teams places. Like, listen, they've got teams, right? Baseball, football, soccer, coaches, whatever. Now, when they send these kids places overnight and they got to stay in hotels, what do? Tell the hotel, I'll pay you in 69 days? BS. They use the credit card. They pay for it there. I heard they can spend up to $4,999 before they have to send stuff out for 3 bids, and they can, put it on a credit card. So why are we the bank on stuff? I know a lot of people that are doing 2 days now. Hey, this invoice isn't paid in 2 days. We're starting the fee on it. Okay. The other ones are, hey, it's a term. You're not paying in 15 days. It's going this. And they're only doing that to customers that are spending thousands of dollars with them. If you're not spending that, you're not getting terms for it. So, yeah, it is just not a good thing at all. Shady folks, I point them towards Facebook groups. Well, don't point them to mine. I don't want to deal with those people. Yeah, it's 100% agree. Man, we went really long today, 36 minutes. Midweek. I just went off on a tangent. You know what it is? It's probably because I'm on number 2 of these. We've had a good morning so far. Like I said, I'm pushing through stuff, and I'm just going to keep rocking it for you. But I hope you enjoyed this conversation. Hopefully you got something out of this. Remember, we do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. Make sure to like, subscribe, turn on the notifications so that when we do go live, you are able to see it and all of that fun jive with it. We will be back here Friday morning for Morning Mindset, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. No show next Monday. Until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you guys later.